We're back!
We're back!
Yay! We definitely didn't record 4 hours of gameplay.
Yeah,
it just didn't record.
That definitely did not happen.
We definitely didn't have to go back and play the entire game up to this point.
I definitely don't have less gadgets and less weapons than before.
Oh, yes.
And didn't prioritize the best weapons to get that I actually use now, you know? So the only thing that was done off camera that was, you know, not from the previous, well, the session that was actually recorded, right? It would have to be the helmet right here, which is the Sonic Summoner. And it's pretty cool looking. And all it does is sometimes there's these little like antenna things on the ground, and a little guy is gonna come out and help me kill all these guys.
Okay.
So it can be pretty useful. I'm wondering, there's probably something up here, maybe, kind of demonstrate. But
So since you've already played all this game, it's pretty much, you should be way better at it.
I believe so too. It's just when my brain's like not on the moment, I'm just like, oh, what's going on?
This is Battaglia, right?
Yeah, this is Battaglia.
Do we even need to beat this?
No, I'm just
fucking around.
dying. Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
Because I'm pretty sure we already beat this level.
Yeah, I can just go straight to a different thing. Let's see. We gotta go to the Blarg Depot.
Yeah.
And then go to the Orxon. Okay. All right, now we get to the helmet.
Yippee! We get to replay so much of the game.
Yay!
Let's go, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Good game, gentlemen.
Well, I should be better this time. I wholeheartly agree I can be better.
There was one part, and I'm gonna find it, that you literally died over and over and over again for like 30 minutes straight, and I can't wait to find it again.
Was it on?
It was on this planet, I'm pretty sure.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
In fact, I'm looking at it right now.
Well, maybe it's because I had to come back to this point at like a million times. I'm remembering what you're talking about.
No, it was you coming up this scroll and dying over and over again to nothing. It was that.
Oh my god. Bongolo.
I remember it vividly because I remember you got into that turret, blew everyone away, and kept dying to the next part afterwards.
Run! Run!
Oh, you're going this way first this time.
Yeah. Maybe something different will happen. No. Nothing different happens.
There are no choices.
I gotta get in the turret.
Come on, Jared. This is a linear game after all.
Right. You're right. Absolutely right, Jeremiah.
As always. Yep.
That button. I don't know how to press button.
So since our last recording,
Oh fuck.
you remember? It's because of these guys. The reason you died 20 times.
Yes.
You kept getting. You did not know how to handle that.
I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my. Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Oh my leg! Give me no, not the blaster. Hit the fucking thing. Never mind. I'll just. I get so dark. Hey! Don't fuck. It might happen again.
You want to talk about that,
No, of course not.
Jared? If we re-record these 4 hours and you die at all the same points.
It's not gonna be the same. gonna be me doing this little action right here. Destroy him. Rid of that. Kill all these things right here.
Oh, smart.
And then run away.
Yeah, running away before they bite you in your butt. Oh! It's a Green Gonzalez! Hit the deck! Ah! So I watched the entirety of The Bravest Warrior since the last time we sat down and gamed. And you saw some of the episodes. I was watching in the living room.
Right. Absolutely. They look fun.
It was a great show. Except for season 4, because for some reason they changed the main character's voice. And the writing took like a giant L turn.
Oh no.
Because the story was about like a nonsensical, whimsical sci-fi world, basically.
Yeah.
Where there was a bunch of different story arcs like colliding together. And then for some reason season 4 is just like, hi, it's only a romance story now.
That's so fucking weird.
And it's not like romance didn't have a place in the story.
No, but it's quite a change, you know?
Mm-hmm. I just watered it down. But I wanna sit through season 4. I just have to find myself in a better stomach for it, you know?
Right. And flash to 3 years from now, kicking back, you watch and you're like, oh, he said that season 4 was so bad that it was mid.
I'm standing by it.
Oh my god. I can't believe he said that. That's my favorite season of the show.
I can't believe he said that about my favorite season of The Bravest Warriors.
I can't believe that. It's my favorite one.
I got kind of a vibe of wanting to go back. Oh, one of your deaths on this one was just falling into the lava randomly.
I know. That's my was like, don't do it, don't do it.
And I was so happy because I was like, oh yay, he finally got past this part, and then you fell into a lava pool right there.
And I know that there's guys in here because I remember dying like as soon as I go up there.
Yep. But I was in that cartoon hangover kind of binge mood, so I watched the entirety of Bee and Puppy Cat. Not the Netflix version, but the YouTube one.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I liked it. What I've determined is that Netflix apparently just ruins all these cool shows.
Yeah.
And makes them garbage. It's based, honestly. The creators of the Amazing Digital Circus released a new show called The Gaslight District. I haven't watched it yet because it looks cringe. I've been looking at this. I'm like, this looks.
And I Netflix show that I haven't seen the Airbender live action.
Oh hell, fuck.
But Ryan says it's fine.
Okay, here's my 2 cents on it. You want to hear it? My 2 cents is that all the normal, like, well-adjusted people in the world, like all the people that we aren't, right? They go and say, "Oh, that show was pretty good." But all of us autistic Airbender like followers who've been worshiping the show for like 9 years, we're all sitting in our caves, our dark, musky caves, and we're sitting here caressing our skulls, going, "No, they got that detail wrong."
Well, yeah, because whenever I went back to my cave, I have I have a board of pin points.
Yes, you have a cork board with like red threads going everywhere.
Right, and it's me describing, why that this
Play the game.
I was hiding too, Jeremiah.
Okay, pal. I'm hiding.
Yeah, see, there's like no problem. Oh, never mind. Oh, there was a problem. But is he alive? No, he's dead.
Continue your thought, please.
There's like a rock in this show, right? And I'm like, oh, that rock, that means something. It means everything. It means everything that shows me the. Oh my god.
Are you talking about Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. This is awesome.
Your rare Devastator ammo?
Yeah, I'm a Devastator. Whilst I'm on 1 HP, I don't wanna. Restart again.
Devastator. I already know it. Fucking Titus from How I Gen. What is this fucking rock you're talking about?
There's no actual rock. I made it up.
Okay. I made it the fuck up.
I made that up. I've never seen the live action. I don't know. I don't know if there's a special rock.
There isn't.
Oh my god, I almost died there.
But
Fuck.
no. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Well, me too. That's why if I watch it, I'm gonna be like, oh no.
And they made Korra, and Korra was just plain awful. Just like completely shat on like the Avatar legacy.
Right.
Because they did the Star Wars prequels thing.
Yeah.
Where they're like, what do you see? Bending is actually something else than what you thought it was. I'm like, okay, buddy. No one thinks that Jedi powers are because like little microbes, God microbes are in people. No. And you have to be born with a certain amount of God microbes. It doesn't make sense. And no one thinks that bending came from the lion turtles. It's dumb. It even says in the original show that bending is like an art that they learned from like the creatures around them, or even just abstract elements. Like the waterbenders learned it from the fucking moon.
Yes.
Are you telling me the lion turtle bestowed the power of waterbending on the fucking moon? Here, have this. The power is yours.
Is firebending from the sun?
No, it's from dragons.
Or did I not know that part?
No, you probably did. So firebending comes from the dragons.
Dragons.
And then earthbending comes from the badger moles.
Okay.
And then airbending comes from the air bison, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's their name. But yeah.
Appa! Yip yip!
Yeah.
Look, Ratchet.
Look,
It's a pilot helmet.
Look, Ratchet. It's Appa. I turned him into a Burger King. Is pod racing. See, when we played this originally, I completely omitted this.
You were like, wait, where'd you get that? I'm like, that's not the.
No, it wasn't that. I'm like, did we ever get that fucking pilot's helmet? I don't remember getting it. You're like, yeah, we got it like in the first thing. I'm like, what? What was I talking about? Oh, and then, so basically, in Avatar, all the different nations got their bending from the different bullshit peoples, right? And they're like, wow, that's cool. And then they expanded upon it in like a psychokinetic, like sort of martial art kind of way. Like, well, they trained so hard. They put a lot of work and discipline into this shit.
Right.
And then you get to the Legend of Korra, and it's like, well, fuck all that. That actually doesn't matter. None of that happened. Yeah, even. You see, firebending came because a turtle touched you with his fingers and said, the power of firebending is yours to keep.
That's really dumb.
It's really dumb. It's really dumb. And everyone just goes like, yay, I like it. But yeah, there's a ton of shit like that. Like the fact that the whole story, the whole Avatar story is like mastering the elements. And then Korra has mastered all but airbending at the age of 4. And you're like, okay, I get it. They didn't want to focus on the air, like that started part of the airbender. They want to do something else, right? Yeah. The Avatar, I mean. So, but why couldn't you just make her like 24 already in the show?
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's already gone through that part of her journey.
Through that part.
Why did you have to make her a 4-year-old screaming at your head? Like, what's the fucking point? And then she can't learn airbending because she's not spiritual enough, right? Which makes sense because she's a daft cunt. But so she tries to be more spiritual, but she completely ignores her teacher the entire time, and then blames the teacher for being bad. And the show makes it out that she's right. And then she's like, "Fuck you, Dad! I'm gonna go work for sports ball." And then she goes to the sports ball tournament, and then she learns how to airbend magically from the sports ball tournament. And then she goes to the bald guy, who's her teacher, and she's like, I learned it without your stupid ways. And the bald guy goes, yeah, I'm sorry. I was wrong. You're right. Even though she didn't solve the problem of her spirituality.
Yeah,
she just kind of MacGuffined her way into knowing how to airbend. And the show, Jared, the show even goes out of its way to have a moment where she's like, I can airbend? ? I can airbend! Just some of the most bullshit writing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Well, I watched like 2 episodes of it.
And
that was it.
The show does shit. The show does shit like that all the time, where she does like objectively terrible things, and the show's like, look at her, isn't she a hero? Look at all the good she's done. But fuck that show. And you know what? A regular, well-adjusted human being will look at that Legend of Korra and be like, I like this show. It's neat. I like it because it is very beautifully animated, like. And the story beats would be okay if it was any other show but Avatar.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I still hate it.
Well, I think that's still like a dumb plotline.
Oh, it's yeah. Even without it ruining the Avatar universe, it's still dumb.
Right.
Because you're setting up an obstacle.
Remember last time how I went out there and thought that was like an entrance or something?
So Jared, so what he did is he walked into there thinking it was an exit. And then, like, slowly fell down. I'm like, oh, wow, this tunnel's really big. And then all of a sudden, you don't die or anything. The screen just faded to black. Yeah, you're like, oh, the level's loading. And then you spawn back at the beginning. I'm like, oh, you died. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Why would the kill box be so low? You just, like, comically fall all the way down. What was I talking about? Oh, Legend of Korra.
Yeah, Legend of Korra.
So Legend of Korra, even if you take the Avatar shit out of it, it sets up a plot point about her not being spiritual enough. Because she's a daft cunt. And, but you circumvent that entire setup to go, yeah, actually, I don't need to be spiritual, because I can play sports ball really good.
Well, that's awesome. Great for you, but where's your actual
What was the point? Well, Jared, what was even the point of setting up the spirituality thing?
Right, if you're not going to go into it by the end.
Jared, you see, the reason he set that up is so that she can defy her master and be, like, applauded for it.
Yeah, but isn't she the avatar?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, the avatar.
The avatar.
As they say, the avatar. As they say in the movie.
The avatar.
The avatar.
Peace be upon the avatar.
Is that you?
Look, it's Ong. Oh no, Ong.
Obliterated.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I just think it's a bad show.
Yeah.
But and I don't know. The writers are gleefully, they're like happy that the show has a lot of plot holes in it, because they'll literally joke about it amongst themselves in like the commentaries. And I'm like, okay, so what was the point of you making the show if you think it's a joke?
Netflix. Oh, not Netflix.
Not even Netflix.
Nickelodeon wanting more money, I guess, from Avatar.
And they didn't even have the head writer from the old show, which makes everyone believe that everyone that's rational believes that the omitted writer was the one that made it good. But that's enough of the Avatar rant.
Right.
I've been ranting about Avatar for like 15 minutes. Oh lord. How does this even start? Oh, I was talking about Bravest Warriors.
Yes. Season 4.
I don't know. What shows have you been watching, Jared?
Doctor Who.
Oh yes, of course.
And
you have to like.
So now I need to go on my So now they're right there. I
the
guess.
council.
So let me go on my rant about it. So like, okay, so in Doctor Who there are multiple doctors. Like there's each one regenerates.
It's kind of like a JoJo thing where it goes on to the next one, right?
Right, and it's because when he dies, he regenerates into a new actor.
Yeah, the Avatar.
And
he regenerates into a new actor.
But the reason for this is actually because the first actor had his health was not good, so they need a replacement for him. But they didn't want to like replace him outright. Yeah, because the show was about to get super popular.
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, we need to fix this up. Yeah. So what they did was.
I thought you needed to tell them to wait in order to keep the door open, but
I can't do that,
but it didn't even matter. Continue.
And then so back then it made sense, and now it still makes sense. It's kind of cool because
they turned it into a plot point without it being dumb.
Yeah, and they play with it a lot, and with this new. And the point of me saying that is because when they got to the 12th Doctor, but when they got finished with 12th Doctor, that's kind of when I stopped watching, and when a lot of people stopped watching.
Okay.
And it's because that's when the writing went to shit.
Oh yeah.
And at that point, it wasn't too bad. It was fine.
Okay.
Like a lot of people thought it was, they were like, oh man, it's kind of but they're not sitting there like, oh god, this is god awful. But then,
this is awful.
And then they're like, oh look, the guy who was the 10th Doctor, now he's coming back as the 14th because reasons. And
What?
we're like, okay, that's kind of weird, but cool. Let's do this. And so he comes back as the what the fuck?
You have to like babysit the men. You have to like stand in the corner and hit the follow button.
Yes. Let me see.
Oh,
hi.
The council.
Yeah. And so, which it was fine. Those 3 episodes. The first one was bad. He had like 3 anniversary episodes or something like that as his like run as that Doctor, and it wasn't low enough for them to come here. So I guess they'll open the door from their side. But so yeah, the first episode trash because literally what it was. Okay, so the 13th Doctor was a woman.
A woman
Character. Or not, and the first episode that he comes back to is the ending's like, oh, Doctor, you don't understand how this works because you're not a woman. And then
true.
And then they like the companion and the daughter character like hold hands and they're like, and then they like spew out their like their sparkle gas or whatever, and they save the world. And he's
with
like,
woman energy?
Yeah, with woman energy. And that's how that episode ends.
Dude, that's so based.
And I'm sitting there like, that doesn't make any
like the Barbie movie.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. He was just a woman, like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
How is he not understanding what a?
They're not different
like,
people, are they? Are they different people, or is it like a cognizant? Like,
well, it's the same. Like they have the same brain, or the same conscience.
It wouldn't fucking matter. It has all like the memories and experiences.
It's literally just the outside that changes.
Yeah.
The Magna Boots.
Unless you want to make the argument that women and men are like distinctly different,
right?
Which is true to an extent.
In this case, physically that would make sense.
But that's also with people. That's also with people that people can't experience both sides of that biological fact, like, right? So imagine if you got to live like 40 years as a woman and 40 years as a man, you'd be able to recall what it felt like to be a woman, right?
Yeah, you would still remember it. Look at what is going with this plan right here.
That's the good plan, if you know what I'm talking about.
But you would still have the memories.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to understand woman issues, quote unquote.
Like, technically, you won't be able to feel it anymore. But guess what? You still remember what it was like.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, and the Doctor was never mind wiped of all that either. Rip.
El Bozo.
I gotta collect my.
Can you just make those guys wait there?
Yeah. Good idea.
So they don't get blown up.
Come on.
Follow me.
Wait.
Follow me.
But then, the next episode, it was like, oh, we're in like outside of the known space and in the universe, and it's really weird and awkward because matter doesn't work the same here, and it was kind of like an introspective episode on the companion and him themselves, and then so it was interesting.
Yeah.
But then came the third episode, which is started pretty much the entirety of the next 2 seasons was because whenever he was the first Doctor, he fought this in the 60s. He fought this villain called the Toymaker. Okay. And he was really cool. It was like, oh, you're gonna play my games, and he's like a god of games and stuff. And all I was to say is that whenever he went to the next regeneration, the 15th Doctor, the writing. No. Okay. The writing just went completely awful.
Yeah.
it's like that episode was pretty good, and then immediately it's like, oh, the next episode's meh.
Because isn't Doctor Who supposed to be like a sci-fi thriller? Oh, Jared. That was awful. That was like a repo moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't Doctor Who supposed to be like a sci-fi like horror thriller or something?
It's kind of like everything.
Okay.
It's sci-fi for sure. That is like its main thing. And then some episodes are horror, some episodes are just drama, and some episodes are just like comedy. It depends on the situation. The best ones are the sci-fi thriller episodes.
That's what I thought Doctor Who was. I thought it was a sci-fi thriller.
For the most part, no. It's just like, oh, here they're on a planet, and then or they're on Earth, and then all of a sudden, this lady comes out of piano and goes, and then the doctor's like, oh my god, and he starts crying. And then the companion's like, oh my god, and then the doctor's like, I'm gonna save everyone, and he doesn't save anyone, which is a huge, which is a huge thing against his character, because he's the one who saves everyone, because that's the whole point of his character.
Yes.
Is that he saves people, because he's completely righteous. But apparently not. He just does whatever the fuck he wants.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want. But
and then like later on, the companion will save him, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, dude!"
Did I ruin your moment?
No, the latest episode, fucking stupid. No, not the latest one.
Kill him. He's dead. The bravest warriors. He's dead. They're all dead. Anyways, continue.
So the first episode of the season. Okay, so basically, the plot is very fucking stupid. They're gonna wait.
Oh, okay.
The plot is dumb as fuck. So pretty much, there's this nurse lady, and she's like, okay, or she's on a date with somebody, and he's like, oh, I got you a present. It's like a star, or it's like you're certified, have a star now.
Yeah, it's those like gag gifts.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, that's
awkward.
whatever, I guess.
It's literally nothing.
And then he's like, and he goes in to like kiss her, and she's like, and they awkwardly kiss, and it's very weird. And I'm just like, okay, this is one of those like funny, not really funny, but like cliche teen drama kind of moments.
Yeah, very uninteresting like joke.
And then it's like, 17 years later, after she got that, because that star certificate thing is very important, Jeremiah. You better remember that.
She owns that star, dude.
Yeah, she owns that.
This is literally a Phineas and Ferb plot point.
That's her planet.
That's her from Phineas and Ferb, dude.
Yeah, and then so later on, she's a nurse now because she cares so much about people, Jeremiah.
Yes, obviously, just like all women.
She cares so much about people, and she loves people so much so that whenever she goes up I'm waiting for the electrical thing, but so much so that she goes up to this guy, and it's like she's saving a patient, and she's like, oh, did the dog bit you, or was it your wife?
What?
And then the audience goes, ha ha ha, right?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Is it supposed to be like a kink thing?
No, it's supposed to be like, oh, men, right?
What?
You're because you're gonna slowly see how this accumulates throughout the episode. So then, meanwhile, the doctor's trying to find this character named Belinda, who's this nurse girl.
Or was it your husband? Okay. Or was it your wife?
And then she walks away, and
she said it unprompted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. And then she's like, oh, and then her character's like, oh, no, the doctor wants to see you. And then she's like, don't they always? And then it's like really weird moments in terms of the writing. But then the doctor's like, oh, can I like see this lady? And then the person's like, no, that you can't. That's like you can't just like walk into other people's like rooms and shit. And the doctor's like, haha, okay. And then he takes out his like sonic screwdriver tool, which is not even a screwdriver. It's just like some like pad thing he has now.
Okay.
It used to be an actual screwdriver, but or a little like tool thing, but it used to look a lot cooler.
Okay.
But then he goes up to the computer, goes, and it causes a blackout in the entire hospital
Base.
And the doctor does not get mad. He probably killed like half the patients in that hospital.
No.
Who were on a machine, you know?
Like a ventilator or a bypass.
Yeah.
Who cares?
But, you know, they don't care about that at all. Of course not. And then so she goes home. She's like, can I have the suit? And the guy's like, oh, don't steal my thing again. And she's like, I don't steal things. And then all of a sudden these robots come marching in.
They're the robots.
Boom, 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 boom. And he's like, where from planet Belinda?
Right? What does the Belindians want?
That we want Belinda, and she's like, oh no!
Oh, it's the star.
She's like, you shouldn't come in here. You're gonna break something.
The aliens?
Yeah, she's like, she's not scared that they're
like,
it's like robots and
She's
fucking
literally
guns.
what the Sigma?
Yeah, she's like, I don't understand why you're like breaking stuff. And then she's like, what if I don't come with you? And then the robot shoots a cat and kills it, or vaporizes it really. And she's like, okay, I guess I'll go.
She's like nonchalant about the whole
And
thing.
then the lady that she passes
Did they
by.
do a Marvel quip with the cat's life?
Oh my god, yes.
I guess I'll go.
Yes, it's fucking stupid, dude. And then she walks by this lady, and she's like, can you tell the landlord that the cat's like dead now? Oh my god.
Is that funny, audience?
My mom and dad. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And then,
Audience, is
and
it
then
funny?
the lady's like, okay, well I don't care, by the way. And then she's like, what? And then
Laugh track.
they leave. She goes into space. Time thing happens. And she's like, oh, I blame everything on the guy that I was dating. Actually, if you want to get something, get him. And then
What?
that's an important plot point for later.
That she's vengeful?
Or
Or that she's really just extremely bitter for no reason?
she's extremely bitter for no reason. There's no fucking purpose. And then she gets to the planet, and they're like,
Okay, so welcome to the planet of degenerates. We're here to serve you, Miss Belinda, our Queen Belinda.
and she's like, I'm the queen. And she goes up, and the doctor's like, oh, so did you know that like the robots can't hear every knife word you're saying because for some reason that's a thing.